All right, so going to do a recap today. Ended up not taking anything on the XFA. Was overall a pretty lame day, pretty slow day, kind of what I figured. So actually, we'll run over to Forex Factory really quick. You can see with news, absolutely no news today. We had, I don't know why it's showing European stuff. It changes the filter all the time, but literally nothing for USD today. And go figure, the week of a really big bank holiday, we're probably not going to see the best price action, honestly, and that's exactly what we got today. So starting off on the 5-minute time frame, what I noticed coming into the market was all this low resistance liquidity, right? We have a lot of lows, 5-minute lows stacked on one another. So if we go from here to here, we can see it's just a lot of lows, right? And they're pretty stacked on top of one another here, 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 and here, right? So I was kind of more bearish. We don't have a lot of bullish news like in the market, like I guess you could say floating around. So I was really surprised that we ripped up today, but we did have a little bit of imbalance I guess we could have filled, and there really just wasn't an entry today at all, and it was honestly fairly disgusting. So obviously, like I said, we came up, took these highs out, was looking for some sort of a confirmation to the downside, and we just never got it, right? We were trading within this 1 hour or fair value gap, and it's really nasty to try and trade within such a high time frame imbalance. It doesn't really lead to a lot of positive things. Again, it's not like you can target the top or the bottom of this. This imbalance is fucking gigantic. So it's not really a smaller one where you can be like, hey, we're probably going to end up running through this. It was a massive one, and we were just sitting within it pretty much the entirety, and we are still within it, honestly, of New York session. So it makes it very difficult to try and take a trade off of that, right? So I wanted to see shorts. We obviously were not getting that, right? We were consistently making lower lows here, but really just wasn't enough for me, right? We never got a strong 5-minute close to the downside, which has been really helping me stay out of these trades, right? We have this imbalance. You can target the bottom of this imbalance, sure, but we just weren't getting those consistent legs down, right? We see the size of these wicks. We're seeing a lot of resistance to the downside, right? We're not really flushing that way, and we never did. So I ended up not taking anything today. It was pretty slow. We did have a really nice internal model, though, on ES. Obviously, you see this here. This actually ended up being very, very awkward. So I'll explain why I did not end up taking this. So we had a huge bullish SMT with NQ. You can see us making these lower lows here because ES actually was kind of flushing to the downside versus NQ. And then we go over to NQ around this area. We see the size of this bullish SMT. And NQ was nowhere near where ES was. So I thought we were going to go higher. Now, the problem with this was really I wanted to just see this market structure shift, right? I just wanted to see this closure above this high. The weird thing was initially, like, this candle was about to close here with like 3 seconds left. Like, we had 3 seconds until this candle was going to close here, and we were just going to wick it out. Like, we wicked all the way up here, and then we closed down here. It looked like we were just going to wick the high out again, right? Wick it out, wick it out. I'm kind of like, all right, I'm kind of done over this. Instead, it closed way up here, and then the next candle reopened and ripped again immediately. So it was, this move happened within literally like 2 seconds, and I just had no time to react to that. This was kind of the setup I wanted to see: bullish SMT, displacement, and obviously just the draw being this high. Probably could move stops to break even after we take this internal high, whatever. But yeah, that was why I ended up not taking it, honestly. But it was cool to see it play out. Kind of what I expected. Ended up seeing it, so I guess it's a little bit of a positive thing. But after we saw that displacement, obviously in the 1-minute time frame, it's just not really possible to find an entry here. Right at market open, I believe this move was like 200 points in 5 minutes. 206 points in 5 minutes, first 5 candles to the upside. So it makes it difficult to trade. Like, it's hard. We're not really going to immediately rebalance that range, especially with there not being any news to drive the market to have this go to the downside for some reason. So overall, it was a slow day. Didn't take anything. With news coming up, we have the 2 best days are going to be, sorry, I don't know why this filter keeps changing. The 2 best days are going to be tomorrow and Wednesday, which is what we have the most news on. Tomorrow we have PPI, and then the next day we have unemployment claims and PCE price index. This will probably come out. Usually it's only tentative because of the bank holiday, but we don't have that anymore, or because of a government shutdown, sorry. But we don't have that anymore. So this should be, they should probably change this tomorrow. I'm not super worried about it, but I think tomorrow we'll actually probably have a good day. We have a lot of news coming out, so hopefully we can get some displacement to one side. We can see something. But overall, today was pretty slow day. I mean, obviously, we see a lot of displacement, don't get me wrong, but just hard to find an entry. Didn't get anything today. Wasn't trying to force anything coming into a no news Monday of a major bank holiday. I am not surprised at all. So that's it for today.